the action. We're going stateside as we get ready for an address by the president of Pan Trinbago, Beverly Ramsey Moore.
Let me recognize the National Carnival Commission, our chairman, and of course our CEO and the commissioners, central executive officers of Pan Trinbago, and our regional officers and all the hard-working team from Pan Trinbago, our worthy judges who have been with us throughout this session, distinguished our members of the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Central Executive of Pan Trinbago, let me take this opportunity to welcome all of you to this auspicious occasion, Pan in the Sancoche. It is definitely going to be an amazing pot, an amazing cook-up here this evening. And in doing so, let me express heartfelt thanks to our line minister, and by extension the government of Trinidad and Tobago, for slowly opening the creative sector and for giving us the opportunity to showcase the talent and the resilience of our steel pan players and our steel band organization throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Pan is the heartbeat of our community and of our culture. As a matter of fact, over the last 2 years, we were like fish out of water. Because as you know, the COVID pandemic would have dealt a severe blow on the live music industry. And as such, we could not perform, we could not generate any kind of revenue. And so this evening, ladies and gentlemen, we are so delighted to be here to engage you, to engage Trinidad and Tobago, and to engage audiences throughout the world as they're looking on us this evening. We are extremely grateful to those corporate bodies who have assisted us. For example, the Unitrust Corporation, the National Flour Mills, the National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago, Prestige Holdings with Kentucky Fried Chicken, IADB, Camco, Angostura, Miss Kathleen Howell, and the print, electronic, and the social media. And we still look forward as an organization to the rest of the corporate world coming on board to support our culture, to support Pan. We need your help. And so this evening, I won't keep you any longer, except to say that you are in for a treat with our single pan bands and our medium bands, and our small bands, sorry. And as we are about to cook up the Sancoche, the first band that will be coming on stage will be from our sister isle, and so they are going to light the fire below the Sancoche pot. We thank Regional Carnival and TTCBA for assisting us, because this evening it is much more than pan. You are going to have a taste of our traditional mass characters and old-time calypso. So God bless us all as we sit, relax, and enjoy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Beverly Ramsey Moore, President of Pan Trinbago Incorporated.
From the President of Pan Trinbago, Beverly Ramsey Moore, welcoming one and all to the Queen's Park Savannah for Pan in the Sancoche, where we're going to hear from some outstanding single pan bands as well as the small conventionals. I'm Ruskin Mark, and working along with me is Ephraim Serret. And Ephraim, as I welcome you here, back in 2020, it was the Saturday night, that was the last time we did Pan here, and that was back on the 22nd of February. Here we are on the 19th of February, almost to the day we back in the Savannah.
Yeah, almost 1 year. It's almost 1 year. I mean, and Trinidad and Tobago, all these steel band aficionados, and they have been waiting on this to see that we are back at the Savannah for Pan. It's not the usual panorama, but it is Pan.
And I think that is the main thing, because all over the country, if any community you pass into, you can hear Pan, because people are practicing and rehearsing. We're getting ready for almost like a pre-show leading up to the start of the competition. So as we take you stateside, let's get ready for, is it Metro Stars? So we're getting ready to perform for us at the Savannah.
At your money's worth. It is Carnival. It is a taste of Carnival. And at this time, we have our Carnival presentation. You will see some of our traditional Carnival characters. You will see dancers from the Northwest Laventille Cultural Movement. We have a Calypsonian, Pharaoh, and of course, we have our national instrument. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is our Carnival presentation here at Pan in the Sancoche.
Good evening. Pan in the Sancoche. Come to compliment all the steel band for the excellent talent and fame they brought in Begonians. Take this little tip from the terror, yes sir. Steel band come to stay forever. I can't hear my ears in England. Everybody want to learn to beat pan. Now they want to organize a police steel band in Britain. Hey, do re mi fa so, la ti do. Pan playing music anywhere you go. Oh, what a talent, excellent talent. You hear what I say? Steel band music is the greatest talent today. Give me pam pam ba di da da day, pam ba di dang ding dang day, pam ba da 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 da, la da 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 da. Trinidad, the founder of the steel band. Now the talent is widely extended to other islands. Even quite in Europe and Australia, yes sir. People love to hear this steel orchestra. Party dances and weddings, better life is a steel band playing. So no doubt what I say, pan really come to stay. Yeah, do re mi fa so, la ti do. Pan playing music anywhere you go. What a talent, excellent talent. You hear what I say? Steel band music is the greatest talent today. Give me pam pam pa di da da day, pam pa di dang ding dang day, pam pa la da da la da da da. People get astonished when they listen to the musical that has been played by the steel band. I know these days they're seeing trouble. Anytime you hear the oil drum grumble, yes, I don't want to cause confusion. Guitar band sweeter than organ, so don't doubt what I say. Pan really come to stay. Yeah, do re mi fa so, la ti do. Pan playing music anywhere you go. What a talent, excellent talent. You hear what I say? Steel band music is the greatest talent today. Pam pam ba di da da day, pam ba di da ding dang day, pam ba la da da da, la da 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 da. Anytime I hear a sweet steel band, man, the rhythm of the band does make me jump like a madman. Carnival is no good without steel band. I'm sure you must agree with my opinion. Yes, the boys better have behavior. Don't start to fight when you drink your liquor. Live in unity and behave yourself properly. Hey, do re mi fa so, ga ti do. Pan playing music anywhere you go. What a talent, excellent talent. You hear what I say? Steel band music is the greatest talent today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Pam pam pa di da da day, pam pa di dang ding dang day, pam pa la ba da da, la ba da da da, la ba da ba da ba da ba.
And in this carnival presentation, we are seeing our traditional carnival characters. We are seeing the fancy sailor, the Moko Jumbies, the Black Indians, Dame Lorraine, Pero Grenade, the apes. We are seeing all our traditional carnival characters. It is truly a carnival presentation. We have the gorillas. We have the Indian mask, Moko Jumbies, fancy sailors, Black Indian, the fireman, the Dame Lorraine, Pero Grenade, integral part of Carnival here in Trinidad and Tobago. So thank you to all of you in our Carnival presentation for really bringing to life a taste of Carnival here at Pan in the Sancoche.
Just a little, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you just got a taste there of this is what it's like to be a Sancoche. It's a mixture of everything, a kind of a melting pot. Everything you have in your kitchen, you throw in the pot. That's what you're getting here at the Pan in your Sancoche here at the Queen's Park, Savannah. We're also going to get a taste of the steel pan. That's why we're here, after all. And we're going to have from Metro Stars Steel Orchestra. They're getting ready to set up on stage. And again, it kind of just blends into what we could expect later on.
Well, yes, and I mean, having the Pharaoh just sang Pantalant, you know, I mean, it's moved straight into the pan. And we have Metro Stars who's going to do No, we ain't going home and Steel Band Clash. I mean, you know, very appropriate.
Two classics,
yes, appropriate, you know, Tambo and Blakey. The arranger for that band is Steve Jack.
Right.
You know, so.
And who's a well-known arranger as well. So he's been around doing some good work over the years. So we anticipate great music coming from the Metro Stars Steel Orchestra. And also, as we have a chance, we can look ahead as well to what we could expect, because we have, 15 bands.
15 bands starting off
Single
with.
bands.
Yes, starting off with Stardust, Blanca 47, Kurep Polyphonics, Platinum.
The all-women's band from up the hill in Sour, up Malik Hill.
Pan Elites.
And Shades in Steel, which is a band that was just third in the last single pan competition.
Very much so.
Yep. And they were only third because there was a tie at the top.
Yes.
And, you know, so they just couldn't break through there as well. Yeah, of course, you have Massacans, the one who won, together with Sour East Side Symphony. So let's go stateside as we get ready for Metro Stars. So that's the band there, of course, doing it also good. Metro Stars Steel Orchestra. And I think they have another piece of music for us, so they should be going back. That was a No No We Ain't Going Home. One of two songs. Let's take you back to the Metro Stars Steel Orchestra. There you have it for the Metro Stars Steel Orchestra with, well, really Steel Band War, if you want to call it that. And, of course, No No We Ain't Going Home before that. And two classics here at the Queen's Park Savannah. Just giving you a tease, just getting you in the mood for what is to come now. And it's not competition, but this is kind of like the official part of why we're here today.
Well, actually, it's a taste of Carnival. So we are getting a taste, a great, very good taste. And, you know, it is very, you know, the way we say taste and the kind of songs that they're selecting, it's, you know, it's bringing back those memories. So the Tambu, No No We Going Home, the Steel Band Clash, you know, and we're going to hear a lot of other, I don't think any of the performances, you would hear any current music.
Right.
You know, with the exception of the original Woodbrook Moderniers, they would have done the 1977 version of Kitchen Up Brooklyn Woman, which is a sample that Voice would have used in his Out and Bad. So that they are playing the Brooklyn Woman version, but they will actually have some aspect of the Out and Bad in it as well. So
which makes sense because you know you want to be current, but you're also paying tribute to the original that went before. So again, already you're seeing the first band is setting up on stage, Stardust Steel Orchestra, and they're doing Drunk and Disorderly, Rose, Melda, and Feeling to Party. And again,
the type of selections. The arranger for this band is Simeon Superville, you know. And I mean, again, we see the selections of songs that they're going to play here. So that the competition today is really with the flag women, the flag wavers. I saying women, you know, but the flag wavers. So that the flag wavers, you know, that's the competition that they have today, as well as the best performing band, just in general.
Yeah. And again, I remember they had a preliminary sort of to kind of cut down the numbers in order to get to this point.
Yes, over the last weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they would have gone around and they judging to select the bands who would have been performing here today.
And again, we want to remind our viewers and our listeners on Talk City 91.1 as well as our viewers on TDT. Again, it's not really a competition per se, but again, the bands are taking this very seriously indeed. They get an appearance fee and they stand a chance to win, as you just said. If they're the best performing band on the day, they could win another prize there as well.
Yeah, but no matter what they say, no competition, it is a competition.
Because the bands have been working really hard.
Yeah, it's a competition.
You know? They've been working hard.
Once you get to the Savannah, it's a competition. That stage transforms you.
Yes, and you put your best foot forward, because I know these bands would have been practicing till late last night, maybe even earlier today, just to be able to come and execute here
of course.
This evening. Drunk and Disorderly, Rose, Melda, and Feeling to Party. Let's take you stateside for band number 1 in the single band category. Here is Stardust. band number 1 here at the Queen's Park Savannah Stardust Steel Orchestra, playing their 4 pieces, their medley of songs. Of course, they started with Rose, then they went to the Drunken Disorderly, Melda, and Feeling to Party by the Black Stallion to end their performance here. This is the first in the competition, if you want to call it that, here this evening, the first of 15 bands in the single pan competition or category. And of course, they did their plan. All of the bands, a maximum of 8 minutes. That's essentially what it is for them. And of course, they get the opportunity to ramage, do their bit here at the Queen's Park Savannah. Remember, their flag waver is going to be judged, and the bands are also going to be judged as they have the best performing band on the day. They too will receive an award. Coming up next, Blanca 47. That's the second band to perform here. And of course, you will have Ethel and Soca Baptist. Those are their 2 performances here this afternoon. So we can only look forward to their performances. And again, remember, single pan bands, so they'll be changing fairly quickly, fairly rapidly, as they don't have too many racks, so to speak, to set up, so to speak. So it's really that opportunity there for these bands to get on stage and get the business done as fast as possible. Remember, after Blanca, we can expect Cura Polyphonics. Then we have Platinum, followed by Pan Elites, Shades in Steel, and of course, Massacons. Gonzalez Shakers will come up in 8th position. The original Woodbrook Modernaires in 9th. Sawa All Stars plays 10th. La Famille United will play 11th. Brimblers in 12th. And we want to send out our condolences to the Brimblers Steel Orchestras. They lost one of their senior members only last evening, so we sending out our condolences to them. Worldwide Steel Orchestra will follow Brimblers in 13th. TNT Fire Services Steel Orchestra will play 14th. And the final band in the single band category, the TNT Police Service Steel Orchestra, a musical tribute to the people of TNT. And of course, we just heard from the band Stardust, arranged by Simeon Superville. And Simeon has joined us here. Quickly, Simeon, because we see the band is getting ready. How does it feel to be back at the Savannah?
Well, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. I mean, it's a lot of work too,
Right.
because you had to deal with the struggle of not all your members being vaccinated, and you had to make a decision at the time to get people to represent.
Right.
And at at this point, well, I've seen the
fruits of your labor, the work.
Yeah.
But how you felt the performance was?
It was good enough at least, because I mean, to be band number 1 and to be at a rush state at this.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, let's take you stateside now. We're getting ready for band number 2, Blanca 47. Blanca 47, ending there with a little bit of Etel to get the juices flowing here at the Queen's Park Savannah. Band number 2 in the single pan category here at the Savannah. This is, of course, Pan in your Sancoche here on TDT and on Talk City 91.1 FM as we kick off in earnest our coverage of Carnival for 2022. A taste of Carnival essentially is what it is, and we certainly are glad to be able to bring you the action live from the Queen's Park Savannah. And again, folks, it is bands that are just getting back into the groove, so to speak, and opportunities now for them to, as they say, flex their muscles. But remember, every member of these bands and the supporters, arrangers, what have you, must be fully vaccinated in order to participate in this event this year. So it is a stipulation, and as you look around the Savannah, you could see more and more people are coming in at the grandstand at the moment, and we're being joined here by Natalia Phillips, who is here with us. Let me say good afternoon to you, Natalia. And
good afternoon, sir.
Tell me quickly about your performance, how you felt back in the Savannah again.
Well, it is amazing to be here after, what, 2-3 years? Oh, my goodness. We missed it. We're glad to be here on stage performing. It's just a privilege. It's really a privilege.
And tell me a little bit about the actual preparations. How difficult was it to get people enthusiastic about?
Honestly, for us, it wasn't difficult because we were longing to be back here. We were really longing to be back here, so it wasn't difficult at all. It was just a matter of, people working now and so forth. But it was quite easy for us. It was just to get back on the saddle.
And I see you pay homage to your hometown.
Yes. as we should.
And it's good, but it's so good. It's so refreshing to be back. It's almost 2 years since you were last in competition as it be on the stage itself. And what would you like to see now that they get this taste again?
I would just love to see more pan. I mean, it's been so long. It's been too long for us, and pan players. I feel as though in our country we don't do enough for us, We need more pan. Pan is really essential. Pan is essential all over. Music in its entirety for us is really important. And pan players, we just would like to get some more. This taste it's teasing us, actually. But it's a privilege to be here. We're glad that we get in this taste, as we say. And it's just awesome. It really is.
Well, that's good indeed. Well, let me thank you so much. And again, congratulations. How you felt the performance was?
Great. I had fun. The band had fun. We enjoyed it. We finally made it to the stage. Awesome.
All right. Well, thanks again. So, again, we have Natalia Phillips here with us chatting about her band, Blanca 47, as they performed here at the Queen's Park Savannah. It's Pan in your Sancoche, and that was band number 2. We're getting ready for band number 3 here at the Savannah. Curep Polyphonics are getting ready to perform, and we'll be getting to them in a short. Of course, these bands are coming thick and fast as they get through all 15 of them. Of course, we're crowning it off with the TNT Police Service with a musical tribute to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. But we're getting ready for the Polyphonic Steel Orchestra as they get ready to perform for us here at the Savannah, arranged by Nigel Diaz, Stranger Dingolui, and Jump and Wave is their medley here this afternoon at the Queen's Park Savannah. Band number 3, Curep Polyphonics Steel Orchestra, stateside.
Ladies and gentlemen.
There you had it there, Cura Polyphonics there. That's band number 3 here at the Queen's Park Savannah. Pan in your Sancoche is how it's being interpreted here at the Savannah by Pan Trinbago. And again, we certainly want to congratulate all of the panists who made the effort to be able to come here and perform at the Queen's Park Savannah. It's 2 years removed from the last competition, so as you'd have heard from many of them, they're looking forward to being here once again. Cure Polyphonics, Stranger, Dingole, Jump and Wave. Nigel Diaz is the man arranging the music for them here at the Queen's Park Savannah, and they're moving very quickly in these because, as you can see, band number 4 is getting ready to come on stage, and that's an all-female band, Platinum Steel Orchestra. Natasha Joseph is the arranger of this band, and they're from 6th Avenue, Upper 6th Avenue in Malik, or Barataria, up the hill. They actually use the panyard of the Potential Symphony Steel Orchestra. So they're almost getting ready to perform once again. The Platinum Steel Orchestra. I suppose the officials are just doing the needful, doing whatever is the count that they have, because bands are operating under very strict regulations here at the Savannah. So you can just see the bands getting ready to perform here now. The Platinum Steel Orchestra, they too will be doing Steel Band Clash, One Family, and 12 Bar June. So it's going to be an interesting rendition, I would imagine. And of course, Natasha Joseph is one of our best female panists, and obviously her performances is somebody we look forward to as well. I think we've been joined here by Mr. Diaz.
Mr. Diaz is out right now. My name is Wayne Babu.
Okay, Mr. Bagu, so tell us quickly about the experience being back in the Savannah and performing in front of a live audience.
Oh, it was a great performance. We are pleased with the performance. They worked hard over the past 2 weeks, and we seeing the reward right now.
You know, one of the things that people will be getting accustomed to is just hearing the sound of steel again and getting into that routine.
Yes.
What kind of hours were you guys doing in terms of preparing?
Our hours were 5 in the evening to 9 in the night.
And you kind of stuck to that?
And we stuck to that right through.
And the response was pretty good?
Pretty good.
But once again, Mr. Bagu, thanks so much for stopping by, and congratulations on a fine performance.
Okay, thank you.
But let's go stateside. That was band number 3 there, the Cure Polyphonics. And now we're getting ready for band number 4, the Platinum Steel Orchestra, with their medley, Steel Band Clash, One Family, and 12 Bar June.
Ladies,
Very well received here at the Queen's Park Savannah. Band number 4, the Platinum Steel Orchestra, an all-female band, although you would have noticed a couple men inside of there, but mostly on the rhythm sections more than anything else. But all of the panists were essentially females. Of course, the music arranged for the band by a noted panist herself in Natasha Joseph. She's not here today, but I'm sure she would have been tuning in to encourage the band and support the band as much as possible. Of course, again, their tunes, Steel Band Clash, One Family, and as you saw there, 12-bar tune, a nice bounce and swing to it with dancers also doing their part to enhance the performance here at the Queen's Park Savannah of the Platinum Steel Orchestra, hailing from 6th Avenue in Malik, and giving a very, very good account of themselves here at the Savannah. Things are moving very quickly, as you can see. But we're going to try to squeeze in a quick interview with the leader of the band, Lauren Pierre, the captain. So hopefully she will get here and we'll be able to chat with her about this particular band. I know a lot of people have a lot of interest in this all-female band. Whenever they perform, people always kind of sit up and take notice of them, and they didn't disappoint again today. So that tells you as they continue to grow in stature here, and more people get familiar with their presence here as well. Pan Elites are coming up in a short, but before we get to them, we will chat, of course, quickly here with Lauren Pierre. And Lauren, let me congratulate you on a fine performance, but let me get from you how you felt.
Good.
Yeah.
The players worked hard and we enjoyed ourselves, most importantly.
And everybody I speak to talk about that. How you feel being back in the Savannah in actual competition or at least performing?
It's amazing. It's been 2 years, so it's really nice to be back out, you know. We really have missed it.
Yeah.
So we are really happy.
And what about the music? Who chose the music?
Natasha Joseph is our arranger, so she selected the tune.
Yeah, and you all just kind of...
Yeah. She's fine. So when she come in, we're good.
I know it because she does a lot of work with Booksy and other people. And so she knows her stuff inside of there. But this all-woman band, how you guys feel? How is that developing? How is it going?
Good.
More people are coming on board?
More women are coming on board, and now we soon to be relocated, so we will have more persons coming on board to join us.
Well, once again, congratulations.
Thank you
and
so
keep
much.
up the good work.
Thank you.
We're getting ready now for band number 5, Pan Elites. Next on stage, another medley coming up for you here. Both of them, Saltfish, Feeling the Party, I Feeling It, I Want It All the Time. There you have it, folks. The Pan Elites as they perform in position number 5 here at the Queen's Park Savannah in Pan in your Sancoche. And no doubt it's a mix-up. It's a real pilau that we have here. And we got a little bit of traditional characters. We had the fireman, we had the Dam Loran, we had so much. And of course, we now come into the steel band part of it. And of course, these are the single pan bands that are performing here. And Pan Elites, another strong performance.
Yes, the performances we're hearing this afternoon, the selection, so that they would have done both of them, Sparrow Saltfish. They went into Feeling It, Baron, then into Duke's Thunder, and then they finish up with the Black Man Feeling to Party.
Of course, all of these songs are familiar. People would be very familiar with them.
I think it was a good idea to have the show like this other than just the normal panorama, so that they, at least, they're learning this medley and they're putting things together so that we have a performance that is, people get not just one arrangement. So that the way they mix the tunes into each other, I think it's a very good idea that they had the competition in this way.
And of course, I think this presented a little bit of a challenge to the arrangers because you now have to select songs that kind of
to mesh.
You have to mix it into.
Yeah, but they're very competent, so that if a key isn't strong enough, they will make a small thing and make a change key to go to the other song, But I think they cleverly, very clever arrangements, moving from song to song, so that I think that some of them, very creative, very creative.
And of course, we all know a lot of our arrangers don't always follow, the scale, the way it is, but they go from, from 8 to from 1 to 6, and they come back and they do all kind of different things as they go along.
Yes, so that they select songs that they can merge very easily, so that they move from one song to the other without any, the transition in. And with similar keys that they can get that powerful song, so that they would select those songs that would fit in that particular key.
It makes the transition. And they also select music that I think the players love, they enjoy playing.
Well, if you look at some of the young players here, they play music that they don't know about. They are playing songs that when we come next week and you see like All Stars coming with Unknown Band, those young people don't know that. Some of the young people playing in Phase 2, playing Woman is Boss, they don't know that. So similarly here, some of the songs that they're playing, they're not really familiar with this. So as we get ready for band number 6, Shades in Steel, Golo, Dingole, both of them, Dante Pante, the arranger for this band.
And they would have placed third back in 2019 when they had the competition
for single band
with this Golo song. This was their tune of choice for that particular panorama.
Yes.
So you just probably take a little piece of it and then add the other two to it. It should be interesting. Dante also went on to arrange
with
for Starlift.
Yes, Starlift.
For 1 year.
He did some work with Starlift, but the Golo, I think he used it in this year. He would have worked closely with Duvon
over the
when
years.
Duvon was doing Panel Does.
Yeah, with Panel Does.
So that, Golo here, second image, so that, he used this to pivot off, to the other songs. And I think, is a nice key, is a mix of the traditional calypso
with a little bit of chutney
inside of it. So I think that he would have used that to as a selection of a song. So he has both chutney and calypso within this thing here.
And of course, once you mention chutney, it gives him an opportunity to do like a bridge and bring in the chutney rhythms.
Using the drums as the tassa, so that we wait to hear what he would do with that, so that he have this Golo into Dingole, and then both of them.
And of course, as you notice, the sound system. So we take you backstage now for band number 6, Shades in Steel from the Southland, and of course Golo, Dingole, and both of them arranged by Dante Pantin.
Shades in Steel.
former champions from 2002, Shades in Steel with Golo. And of course, then they just went into the nice little rhythm, brought out the, just as we suspected when they did the Golo, they brought in the Tassas and did it like that.
I think they used that to transition into both of them. And then the final piece they did, the Dingole.
Dingole.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, they were placed third in the last competition. As they mentioned earlier, it was a tie between San Juan,
Sour Eastside,
and Massacons, which is the band that is coming up now.
So we're going from a former champions to the defending
champions from 2020.
Yep.
So that's who I will be up next, and they have a very lengthy selections they have here. They have Pan in A minor, Rainorama, come with it, Get Something and Wave, Bees Melodies, All Our Ways One Family, and they crown it off with God Bless Our Nation. So, but that is not bad, because when you look at the TNT Police Service, they have a medley of 15 songs. So it gives the arrangers the opportunity to show off their skills, you know, so that some bands would have just done two or three songs. It may be because of the time they would have had to rehearse. But most of the bands, you know, they put together like 4 or 5 songs. And I said they would select songs that would mesh with each other to select the keys, so that, you know, we get a good, you know, and the performances or the selections, I should say, is songs that everybody would know. Because a lot of the bands, when we check, as we move along the evening, a lot of them have similar songs. Are feeling it, the Baron are feeling it. All Our Ways One Family.
Yeah, we heard Dingole, you know.
Dingole, that's another song, you know, so that those are some of the familiar songs that a lot of the bands are selecting to be part of their set.
Yeah. Even like Feeling the Party is another one that a lot of bands are
the Black Stallion, Feeling the Party.
So it's going to be now we're getting ready for, as we say, a champion band indeed in Massacons Steel Orchestra. Again, another band that hails out of the East, and a number of these bands have done excellent work over the years, and Massacons, and well, of course, as you talk about YT, he has no 100% recently.
Yes, he was ill. I think he had the COVID. You know, but so it's nice to see him. It's nice to see him. You know, working with the band again. You know, so that we always expect to have a good performance from Massacons.
Yeah.
They continue to do good work.
It's obviously there's something that I'm sure they're looking forward to here tonight as a defending champion, because they would have probably more invested in this, because the last time we saw them, they were in winners row, so they're not coming to fool around here.
No, they're serious. This is a competition for them. I think Mr. Pantin wants to be interviewed, so I don't know if you want to take a few words with Mr. Pantin.
No, actually, because we probably have to do it after, because we have the other band already set up on stage.
All right, so we have...
So we do Massacons, and hopefully after Massacons...
we'll catch up with Mr. Pantin.
We'll try to catch up with Dante as well.
Yeah.
And again, Pan in A minor, we're hearing that in the loudspeaker right now.
Rainorama.
To come with it.
Then they Get Something and Wave.
Which again is another one of those popular ones. You have the Bees Melody.
All Our Ways One Family, one of the songs I mentioned just now.
And of course they're going to try to crown it off with God Bless America. God Bless Our Nation. Yeah. And certainly, so we're getting ready now for band number 7, a champion band. With the band we're looking at here, indeed, the Massacons Steel Orchestra, as they...
You say you're going to do him after this band?
Looking forward to the next performance here. Massacons Steel Orchestra looking very resplendent in their nice colorful tops. And they do have a flag woman as well on stage, which is also part of the competition to come later on as well.
Yes.
So we're now getting ready for band number 7, Massacons.
Yeah.
Another splendid performance here at the Queen's Park, Savannah. A little bit of a difference here this time. Massacre showing you their full capabilities, not just a repertoire, but in terms of their musical
skills
expertise.
Of the players, because some soloing took place. There are different players doing some bit of soloing, and ended up with the God Bless Our Nation to end up their performance. Thought they had some very good pieces that they would have selected, Get Something and Wave, All Away is One Family, one of the common songs that we say, so that it's one of the bands that we say the defending champs, we should say. Well, it's not a competition, but it's the defending champions.
And we noticed that it didn't even include Johnny, which is the song that they won with.
Would have won with the song that they would have won with. So that they started off with Pan in A minor, and then they did another Rainorama and went into Come With It, the Black Stallion, Come With It. So I don't know. I see Mr. White is making his way here. I'm not sure if you want to.
So we could probably try to talk to Marlon. And let me see if I can get these guys' attention.
Yeah.
We're getting ready to speak to Marlon White as we get ready to do a quick chit chat with him. The man who arranged the music you just heard there from the Massacre Steel Orchestra. And of course, we anxious to hear how Marlon feels about coming back to the Savannah. Marlon, congratulations again on your first place finish a couple of years ago. But it's been a while.
Yeah.
And now you're back at the Savannah. What's the feeling like?
It's not the same, though. Right? Definitely not the same. However, but we are grateful for the opportunity nonetheless. Right? So it's a great feeling.
As a musician, this must be, I suppose, exciting for you just to be able to put down your music and have people play.
Correct. It has been a while, so I thought I was getting rusty, but but it was good. It was good.
But I know you yourself had some problems recently with your health. How are you feeling now?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Yeah, I got COVID, so thank God I'm here. So yeah, I'm feeling good.
Well, that's good. Yeah. Now, what's next for Marlon?
Well, nothing really within the pan world. Hopefully next panorama. Hopefully we'll have a panorama.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it basically, just panorama.
Okay. Now take me back. I realized you didn't include Johnny in this set here.
No. this actually it was just 2 days. We put this together in 2 days, so you can add Johnny to it. Yeah. Johnny was in the past.
I know. But how you feel? I know you and Carl and have a real chit chat. You're sharing that title.
Yeah, we shared the title. We shared it in 2016 as well too.
As well, yeah, right? So. Yeah. And that's it. And what about the group Massacres? I mean, how you feel? You moving in the direction you want?
Yeah, we're moving in the direction we want. Hopefully, as I said, if we have an next panorama, we could be able to defend our title, which I'm looking forward to.
I know that's a big thing indeed because you want to hold on to that title as much as possible. Marlon, once again, congratulations on a fine performance here today.
And a wet performance as well.
Certainly. Of course, it's not a competition, but winning is important, no matter what. Again, we're getting ready for the news coming up in a short while. So we'll leave from here to the Savannah, take you back to the studio in a short while. And again, remember, we still have some more. And we'll take the break, and then we'll come back with more from the Sancoche, Pan in De Sancoche, live from the Queen's Park, Savannah.
The winning numbers in the National Lottery online draws for Saturday, 19th February 2022. At 10:30 a.m., play with number 24, Queen, Mega Bonus and Mega Ultra Balls called. Pick 2, the numbers 8 and 22 in that order. Pick 4, the numbers 0, 3, 2 and 1 in that order. At 1 p.m., play with number 6, Belly, Mega Extreme Ball called. Pick 2, the numbers 10 and 8 in that order. Pick 4, the numbers 4, 6, 7 and 6 in that order. And at 4 p.m., play with number 20, Dog, Mega Bonus Ball called. Pick 2, the numbers 26 and 12 in that order. Pick 4, the numbers 6, 9, 6 and 0 in that order.
Plug into Plus. With Digicel Plus, you get simply more speed to enjoy super fast fiber internet. More features that put you in control. More reliability to surf, stream, and share with no interruptions. Plus, more power with a better Wi-Fi connection in every room to connect all your devices to your smart home. Plug into Plus, the fiber network that gives you simply more. Digicel Plus, better together.
TDT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
The Dunamis Experience is a weekly presentation of the Montrose New Testament Church of God. It is Central Trinidad's fastest growing Pentecostal church. Here the Lord Jesus Christ is glorified and the congregation edified. Pastor Hussein's weekly messages are powerful and anointed. Why not visit us and experience the difference in our worship services? Our church is committed to building your faith, your family, and your future.
Make them ask. Wear your mask.
This is TTT. Live for local.
Good evening, everyone. I am Ayana Carter. Welcome to TTT News. In our top story, from Monday, there will be no time restrictions on beaches and rivers. But Health Minister Terence Dialsingh noted that all other restrictions, including the consumption of alcohol, remain in effect.
Right now, it's until 6 p.m., so there will be no time limit for beaches and rivers. However, all other caveats apply. That is, once you are not in the water, please wear your masks, no alcohol, no partying, no open fires, etc. The only thing that is being lifted is the time limits for beaches and rivers.
Also from Monday, the minister announced that children under 12 years of age will be allowed to enter safe zones with their vaccinated parents or guardians. He said these decisions have been made taking into consideration the continuing trend of decreasing COVID-19 cases, but is urging parents to think twice before carrying their children into the safe zones.
If you have a child who is diabetic, who has an NCD, who is asthmatic, who is obese, overweight, please, in your own judgment, determine whether the risk you are taking is worth it. Yes, we are lifting the restriction, but we ask parents to do their own, parents and guardians, to do their own risk assessment.
Mr. Dialsingh said he believes the decision to allow unvaccinated children into these safe zones would allow a return of normalcy back into their lives. The minister, though, also urged owners of the safe zones to step up their screening at entry to ensure the risk to these unvaccinated children is low. The Ministry of Health says it follows WHO guidelines for use of a drug known as tocilizumab, which is used to treat COVID-19 patients. The statement from Chief Medical Officer Dr. Roshan Parasram comes following a report from the committee established to investigate COVID-19 management locally. Sunil Lala reports.
It costs us about 8,000 TT to treat every single patient that it is administered to. So that has to be borne in mind in terms of purchasing as well.
Chief Medical Officer Dr. Roshan Parasram says guidelines have been followed to treat COVID-19 patients with tocilizumab. The committee established to look at this country's management of COVID-19 recommended increasing the purchase of the drug, saying staff was impressed by its effects to treat COVID-19. Dr. Parasram says the drug was previously used to treat rheumatoid arthritis pre-COVID, meaning this country already had stock even before it was approved to treat COVID-19.
There are clinical guidelines in place and protocols both at the national level as well as the RHA level, led by the clinicians, which is adopted as new data comes to light regarding the use of the medication.
Meanwhile, Health Minister Terence Dialsingh says although there are encouraging points in the report, the Health Ministry will pay close attention to the shortcomings, including the issue of staff shortages.
In a pandemic, as the report said, there is no known ratio of patient to health worker, and we continue to monitor it, and we continue to find ways to deal with this.
He says the ministry will also work on digitizing its records, which is a recommendation from the committee to access electronic medical records of each COVID-19 patient.
That is a process that was slowed down because of the pandemic, but is something that we are paying attention to now as we can devote some time and effort to that.
Treating with the issue of non-communicable diseases, Mr. Dialsingh says someone will be installed within 1 month to head the NCD program, which he believes would have a significant impact to reduce or manage the number of people who suffer from NCDs. Sonolala, TTT News.
And Trinidad and Tobago has recorded 440 new cases of COVID-19. The Ministry of Health noted that these were from samples taken from February 14th to 18th and not in the last 24 hours. This brings the total number of active cases to 20,635. The ministry also reported 9 deaths, 3 elderly males, 4 elderly females, and 2 middle-aged males. 5 had multiple comorbidities, 2 had 1 comorbidity, and 2 had no known comorbidities. These deaths bring the total number of COVID-19 related deaths to 3,562. In other news, gender discrimination, bias, and victimization from the National Carnival Commission are being claimed by the owner of one Calypso tent as pre-action protocol letters have been issued against the NCC and its chairman. Attorneys for the Divas Calypso tent, Martin George and Company, issued a pre-action protocol letter to the National Carnival Committee and its chairman, Winston Gypsy Peters, threatening High Court action and injunction over claims of nepotism, cronyism and self-dealing by Gypsy as chairman of the NCC, including his own Back to Basics Calypso tent in the Taste of Carnival lineup. Dr. Rudolph Otley, owner of the Divas Calypso tent, has instructed his attorneys to file immediate High Court proceedings if there is no resolution by Tuesday, February 22nd. After a disappointing first day, Thursday provided something to cheer for at least 2 Caribbean teams in the CONCACAF W qualifiers, while others learned hard lessons on their first day of CONCACAF W qualifying.
Manchester City phenom Khadija Bonichon bagged a late brace to improve Jamaica's goal difference as they ran off 4-0 winners over a tough Bermuda side at the office in Kingston. After the team looked to be cruising to a 2-0 win, the imposing Shaw upped the ante, finding the net in the 82nd and in the 3rd minute of added time. In Group E, Haiti never took their foot off the gas as they thrashed Honduras 6-0 on neutral ground in the Dominican Republic. Bathsheba Lewis leading the scoring with a pair on either side of the half. '21 CONCACAF Women's Player of the Year, Stephanie Mayor, continued to find form, breaking the ice in Mexico's 9-0 triumph over Suriname in Monterrey. Costa Rica also began strong, putting 7 past St. Kitts and Nevis in their Group B opener at the National Stadium in San Jose. And Panama advanced their cause towards the first ever Women's World Cup berth with a 5-0 victory over Barbados in Group D at the Estadio Romel Fernandez. The qualifiers continue on Saturday at venues throughout CONCACAF. Wayne Cunningham, TTT Sport.
And that was your TTT News. I'm Ayana Carter. Have a good evening.
2022 Chutney Soca Monarch. 15 of the top Chutney Soca artists in the world. 5 for the 2 biggest titles in Chutney Soca. Will G.I. retain his crown? Will Nisha reign in 2022 as the Queen of Chutney Soca? Special opening performance by the world's greatest Chutney Soca artist, Ravi B, and his full band, Karma, featuring Nisha B and Abishai and the Kalnayak Dance Academy. Hosted by our very own non-news anchor, Kenneth Supersad, and Big Rich Dipungalums. All artists backed up by Wizzy and Avatar. Saturday, 26 February, we feature one of the biggest productions in Trinidad and Tobago's Taste of Carnival. Limited tickets are available. All public health protocols will be observed, and all patrons must show proof of vaccination. Call us at 653-2908. WhatsApp your ticket reservations at 789-3874, or send us an email at southexevents@gmail.com. The 2022 Chutney Soca Monarch is sponsored by TSTT, Extra Foods, Stand Steel, Tropicus Beach Resort, U97, TTT, NLCB, and the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts.
If you never jump up in a carnival, you better find yourself right here. Because we come for it, oh yes we come for it. This that we come for it, oh yes we come to party. Yes we come for it. Come from us, come to me.
For the original Woodbrook Modernaires, as we take you stateside for the original Woodbrook Modernaires with their offering for 2022 Pan in your Sancoche.
Performing in position number 9, Fever, Love in the Cemetery, Brooklyn Woman, and Symptoms. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for the original Woodbrook Modernaire Steel Orchestra. And just a reminder that each band from each category will be competing for the best performance. Criteria is being judged. Ezra Joseph, Stephanie Power, and Kenrick.
Okay, the original Woodbrook Modernaire Steel Orchestra there making their way off stage. Nice, jumpy, lively performance.
Kitchener medley, all Kitchener. And they did get a chance to slip in a little bit of out and bad by voice there with the Brooklyn Woman. But a very, very spirited performance from Woodbrook Modernaires. I mean, song to song, tune to tune. From the Fever into their Love in the Cemetery, then Brooklyn Woman, and they ended up on with Symptoms. So they had the symptoms, whether it is the COVID symptoms, but
they had the symptoms.
They had symptoms. So symptoms, they're suffering from the symptoms of lack of no panorama in the last 2 years. But just happy to be in the Savannah. We get ready now for the San Juan All-Stars. They have Feeling It, Shaking It, and Thunder. So they would be up next, the San Juan All-Stars, not to be confused with the San Juan East Side.
Yep.
They're both bands from in the San Juan area. People tend to mix them up, But this is San Juan All-Stars.
And this one is from First Street or Second Street in
Second Street
in the Quasi Mall.
Yes, in the Quasi, and then San Juan East they little way up in Book Pitiboo side up there. So
just above Silver Mill area there.
Yes, where the old gas station was there. So that those are the two San Juan bands.
And the thing about them is that when you consider a band like San Juan East Side, they have 7 titles.
Well, yes, they would have
over the years, including they are the defending champions as well, joint defending champions.
Right. And those 7, out of the 7 titles, Duvon would have had a couple well with them.
And Cullen won the last
two with them, so Duvon would have done 5 or so with them.
And Duvon is in the single pan category
with Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force.
Not only that, think of back in the La Joqueta days.
Well, yes, so La Joqueta.
So
then to San Juan East Side.
And he won a bunch. I think he won 6 with La Joqueta.
La Joqueta, 5 with San Juan East Side.
So he has about 11 single pan titles to his name. Yeah,
and then he would have come in with small band. And then he had the medium band with Panel Does.
He won with his small. He did Panel. He won 6 in a row with Panel Does. And so in all, and then 2 back-to-back with Renegades.
Yes.
In the large conventional category. So plus he won in 1 year. He swept everything.
Yes.
So
all the categories.
Yep. So Duvon has done an amazing job over the years. So congratulations to him. And we'll get to hear him next week when the Renegade Steel Orchestra comes on stage.
I believe they're doing Year for Love.
They're doing something which is kind of like a signature for them now.
It is.
Despite the fact that they did the hat trick, and they've had, they've had 9 for a long time.
Yes.
And so they've moved up to 11 now, and they're looking to do more. But back here at the Queen's Park Savannah, as night falls upon us, here at the Savannah, we head east. Sour All-Star Steel Orchestra. They don't have as many selections as some of the others.
No, they have just 3 selections.
But they could change it up, they could add as they go along based on how they're feeling. So let's take you stateside now for the Sour All-Stars Steel Orchestra playing in position number 10.
TTT News, delivering more news more often to more people. Follow us on social media at TTT Live Online. Log on to www.ttt.live.
Trinidad and Tobago, don't play with your life. Remember to follow all COVID-19 guidelines at NLCB Lottery Center.
COVID-19 is no game. Play it safe.
Welcome to this evening's Playway Pick 2, Pick 4 and Cashpot Draw, supervised by independent auditors KPMG and presided over by the National Lotteries Control Board. Good luck, everyone.
Good evening. It is Saturday, 19th February 2022. Welcome to the drawing of the Playway Pick 2, Pick 4 Cashpot numbers, as well as the Cashpot Multiplier Show Code promotion. Players, to keep us safe during this pandemic, we urge you to wear your mask, fill out your bet slips, and remember you can advance wager for all draws. First, we'll draw this evening's Playway number. And the winning number is the number 1, lucky mark, Centipede number 1. Our Mega Mix machine now has a Mega Bonus Ball in each chamber where you can win more Mega for your money. Should a Mega Bonus Ball call, you can win $35. If a Mega Ball calls, $75. A Mega Ultra Ball calls, $100. And should a Mega Extreme Ball call, you can win $125. Players, remember Mega options cost an additional $1. Now for Mega Selection. And we have the Mega Bonus Ball. Players, Playway number 1, Centipede has called, along with the Mega Bonus Ball. Congratulations to our Mega winners. You've won the base payout and your additional Mega winnings. Remember, you can win more often with the Mega Bonus Ball in every draw. And now we draw this evening's Pick 2 numbers. The first Pick 2 number (16). Once again, that's 16. And the second Pick 2 number is 8. Once again, that's 8. This evening's Pick 2 numbers, 16 and 8 in that order. It's time for a Pick 2 Mega Draw. We've loaded the Mega Ball and 2 white balls. If a white ball calls, there will be no extra payout. However, if the Pick 2 Mega Ball calls and players paid an extra $5 minimum on the Mega Ball, not only will they win the base payout, but the additional Mega Ball payout. Players' Pick 2 numbers 16 and 8 have called in that order with a white ball. Remember, you can win an additional Mega payout when you play the Mega Ball. Now let's draw the winning numbers for this evening's Pick 4 draw. The first Pick 4 number is 0. Once again, that's 0. The second Pick 4 number is 6. That's 6. The third Pick 4 number is 3. That's 3. And the fourth and final Pick 4 number is the number 4. That's 4. I will repeat this evening's winning Pick 4 numbers 0, 6, 3, and 4 in that order. Now for our Cashpot draw. Let's see what today's multiplier is. Good luck. And the multiplier is 4. That number again is 4. So let's show the 5 lucky numbers for today's jackpot of an estimated $266,873. The first number is 13. The second is 1. The third, 17. The fourth is 6. And the fifth and final is 19. Our cashback numbers, again, in any order are 13, 1, 17, 6, and 19. And the multiplier is 4. Congratulations to all our Play Pick 2, Pick 4, and Cashpot winners. Players visit NLCBgames.com for official past and current draw results, as well as the latest information on NLCB games and promotions. Play NLCB's Luxury Ride Scratch game with a new top prize today. You have 20 chances to win a BMW Crown Coupe with 1 year's free insurance and big cash prizes for just $50. Be the next winner to drive in style. Play today. There is still time to get your tickets for tonight's Lotto Plus jackpot of an estimated $5,200,000. Remember, winners always play Lotto Plus. Play it safe, TNT. The NLCB reminds you that all players must be 18 years and over. Continue to play safely and responsibly. Thank you for joining us. Do so again on Monday at 10:30 a.m. for another Play Pick 2 and Pick 4 draw.
The 2022 Chutney Soca Monarch. 15 of the top Chutney Soca artists in the world. 5 for the 2 biggest titles in Chutney Soca. Will G.I. retain his crown? Will Nisha reign in 2022 as the Queen of Chutney Soca? Special opening performance by the world's greatest Chutney Soca artist, Ravi B, and his full band, Karma, featuring Nisha B and Abishai and the Kalnayak Dance Academy. Hosted by our very own non-news anchor, Kenneth Supersad, and Big Rich Dipungalums. All artists backed up by Wizzy and Avatar. Saturday, 26 February. We feature one of the biggest productions in Trinidad and Tobago's Taste of Carnival. Limited tickets are available. All public health protocols will be observed, and all patrons must show proof of vaccination. Call us at 653-2908. WhatsApp your ticket reservations to 789-3874 or send us an email at southexevents@gmail.com. The 2022 Chutney Soca Monarch is sponsored by TSTT, Extra Foods, Stand Steel, Tropicus Beach Resort, U97, TTT, NLCB, and the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts.
Them ask, wear your mask.
The best laptops and tablets are at dbesttoys.com. Get an Evo 11.6-inch ultra-thin notebook, a Gateway 11.6-inch FHD ultra-slim notebook, a Gateway 14.1-inch ultra-slim notebook, a Gateway 11.6-inch 2-in-1 convertible notebook, or an HP 14-inch laptop at the best prices in TNT. Get the Fire 7 tablet for $474. We also carry Fire HD 8 tablet, Fire HD 10 tablet, and the Amazon Kids Edition 7, 8, and 10-inch tabs. You can also shop the latest Amazon Fire Sticks. Call now at 32-DBEST to order, or visit us in-store at Forces Flagship Mathbean. Shop online now at dbesttoys.com. Free delivery available throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Cash or links on delivery. The best deals on laptops and tablets are at dbesttoys.com.
La Famille United playing in position number 11, ending on a high with this melody suite, and just as we suspected, a nice jumpy performance.
Lively performance, and you could see the players enjoying themselves there. I was looking at the young lady playing the jam block, you know what I mean? She was having a time. And they did not do one of the songs that they
Pan
have.
in A minor.
It might have been a little difficult because they have this here and then to go into a minor, you know. And I thought they had it well placed here as the second last tune, so they're going a minor and then come back into a major
tempo,
with this melody suite. But apparently they choose not to do that today. So the performance was a good performance, very lively performance. Mr. Walker, Jane, Roti and Calgary into this melody suite. So we get ready for Brimblers, who will be doing Umbayayo, Carnival Time, and Unknown Band.
Remember, this band, La Famille, they finished 6th in the last Panorama with an arrangement by Arden Herbert.
Arden would have done... he would have done
Fiery.
Yes,
he did Fiery
with
them. In that one,
he also had Sorzata.
Yep. He did Sailing.
Sailing with Sorzata. And then the biggest big band with the Invaders.
Of course, the Invaders doing stuff there. But again, and Invaders also did this melody suite. Remember, they have...
Yeah, they would have done that with Arden back in the day. You know, that's one of his songs. But it'd be very interesting to hear what Brimblers was going to do with Umbayayo, Carnival Time, and Unknown Band. Unknown Band for me was a Panama tune that passed through Savannah. I think that a lot of people didn't you know, they
didn't know it really at the time.
Yeah, that was super singing about Dunlop Tornadoes, you know, the Unknown Band, you know what I mean? But for me, when we talk about Panama performances, one of the better performances by All Stars for me is Unknown Band. Unknown Band. I know I always, you know, that's a performance I will always remember.
In fact, there are a lot of people who would agree with you. In fact, even sometimes if you're in the yard and people debating, you know, which is which, you know, a lot of people point to the Unknown Band as their favorite
that was
Panorama selection.
I mean, most people talk about Woman and the Bass, but my favorite all-star performance was, or is, I would say, is Unknown Band. Unknown Band.
Well, of course, they'll get a chance to hear it coming up here in a short while from the Brimblers Steel Orchestra. And I must point out that Brimblers are playing tonight with a heavy heart.
Yes, they lost their manager yesterday, Larry Laja. You know, he has been involved in Steel Band for quite some while. He would have even had around with Lincoln.
Was he a customs officer?
He was.
He was a customs
He
officer.
involved with Lincoln, Pan Lincoln, and Lincoln Enterprises. They would have set up that business with Lincoln Noel, where they would have been making and selling steel band instruments. Yeah. So you know, sympathies to his family. I mean, they are playing here tonight with their, you know, the loss of their manager. You know, a long-standing individual in the pan world. You know what I mean? So
and of course, as we talk about him and his legacy in pan, let me also point out to you as well, the track and field fraternity has lost another stalwart as well, somebody who has been doing work over the years.
With youth development, that's Albert King, you know.
From Belmont.
From Belmont Secondary, and people like J.U. Gordon, Nicholas Lando, Quincy Wilson.
And I think he also worked with Ian Bishop when Bishop was developing, coming up as a young cricketer.
Because, you know, J.U. Gordon would have come from cricket as well. You know, he was a fast bowler. But we are not talking track and field today. We are into the stuff.
We were just talking about we were just making the link with the losses
also this morning we lost Alvin Dossett.
Yep, you know. Alvin himself has been a real
carnival person.
Yeah, he's been in everything almost. You know, you think about him, you see him, he supports the athletes, supports the culture. You know, he's been all around. I can imagine Hazley Crawford. He was very close to Hazley over the years.
He depicts what the title of the show tonight, Sancoche. You know, when you go to the soup place, they get a Sancoche with
everything in
it. Everything.
And we're having that here at the Queen's Park Savannah tonight as well. To our viewers on TDT and our listeners on Talk City 91.1 FM. We're almost there. We're getting ready for the Brimblers, which is band number 12. We have Worldwide Steel Orchestra, the TNT Fire Service, and the TNT Police Service still to come as we wrap up the single pan category and look ahead to the small conventional steel orchestras to come. And there we have 13 of them to face the
Nautilus,
the fans here.
Nautilus,
New Stars,
Old Tech from Sando,
Simple Song,
Musical Gems,
Colomo Kings,
La Hocketa Pan Groove,
Fascinators Pan Groove,
Tamina Pioneers,
St. Margaret Superstars,
Arima Golden Symphony,
Roadblock,
and TNT Defense Force Steel Orchestra.
And of course, Duval Stewart is the arranger there, so he will bring the curtain down on proceedings here tonight, and we anticipate another strong performance from the TNT Defense Force. The last time we saw them, they had boots.
Yes, they came with government boots, government boots. But the winners of the small band last year, they pad in a little part of government boots.
Certainly, in the final night, to make the Fascinators.
Yes. Uptown Fascinators.
Yep. Out of the sister Isle of Tobago. But we right here in Woodbrook with the Brimblers Steel Orchestra. And they getting ready to perform in position number 12. Once again, they're playing Umbayoa, Carnival Time, and the Unknown Band.
Larry, they now announcing that,
the loss of Larry.
Condolences from the president of Pancho Bigo. He would have come from Starlift as well. He would have come from Starlift as well. So, yes, so they're making mention of, paying, condolences to Mr. Laja. Yeah, so.
They're actually spending a moment of silence.
Yes.
Sincere condolences to you, Brimblers Steel Orchestra. And we know that you are dedicating your...
The Brimblers family, the extended family, and the entire Pan fraternity as well would have lost a great one.
Yes.
So we're getting ready for the action here now. The band,
number 12,
will try to put that behind them and perform for us here, Brimblers Steel Orchestra. And that was band number 12 here, Brimbla's Steel Orchestra.
Ruskin, you know, listening to this band, they brought back a sort of originality when we around the neck, as they were referred to before. When they originally came back out, they maintained that originality. Sometimes you listen to some of these singer bands and they try to sound like the conventional bands.
Right.
But you know, when they listen to this performance, laid back, and the whole rhythm, especially the bass, again, why they call it doo-doop, you're getting that doo-doop, doop-doop. So they maintain that original, that original song that with Chapolians, when Chapolians just came back out with his round the neck. So, a nice performance, very nice performance.
Smooth.
Very
smooth.
Yeah. Choice of tunes, the Umbayaya, Carnival Time, and the unknown band,
And it certainly was a solid performance from them. And as we said, given what the band and the members are going through right now, to come here.
The loss of their manager, man. He was also involved with Starlift as well, Laja, and he would have also been involved with Starlift. So, we get ready for band number 13, Worldwide Steel Orchestra. They have a long medley. They have Lazy Man, Netty Netty.
I think they have like 9 songs in there.
There's a Fox, Steel Band Clash, Ice, My Puss in Junk and Disorderly. So they have another thing. And we get ready to do an interview now with an individual from Brimblas.
Yep. No, it's just one. No, it's just one. One person. One. Arlington.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're chatting here with Mr. Arlington Cruikshank. Our condolences going out to you. We were talking about that, Ephraim and I, about how tough it must have been for you all to come here tonight and perform, but I thought you guys pulled it off beautifully.
Yes, we are a kind of band that we always rise to the occasion.
Right.
We work hard, we work as a team, we support each other in all aspects of the game, and we try to always give 100% performance.
And how much of a factor was Larry in the band, in all that you all do as a band, as an organization?
We missed him in this last part of his life because he's been always there, very supportive in more ways than one to individuals. If you have a problem or so, you could go to Larry and Larry will sort you out, and he would support in more ways than one. The kind of contribution that Larry has made to this band, the Brimblas, is a situation whereby you can see it in the performance.
Right.
We do this one tonight for Larry because he couldn't be there in the practices. He couldn't be there, no time at all, because the sickness, the illness took him down very, very hard. And we all take it hard because we look forward to our management staff to be always head and head with us in all that we do.
Now, tell me a little bit about the music that you selected for this. Who arranged the music for you?
Well, some of the music was arranged by Earl Brooks. These are tunes that we had from a long time.
Right.
Earl Brooks, Halfers, and Kelvin Bones, and we selected this based on everybody's input, where you think we should go with and so on and things. And we came up with these 3 pieces of music. Umbaya, which is a classic.
Right.
And then we had Unknown Band, which is also a classic.
Classic as well.
And then Carnival Time with the spirit of what's happening right now. So these were the sectors, and we felt good to do these pieces of music.
Now tell me a little bit about the event itself. Getting back to the Savannah after almost 2 years away.
Well, we must compliment the organizers of Pan Trinbago and the stakeholders to make this an event, because people want pan. Even though they're in their homes and it's fair to come out because of the mixing, they get pan. And this is what this country is all about. We are a rhythmic people, and that we've shown this today, that we could pull off something despite the situation.
I know it is, and Brimbla certainly played their part in all of this. I also want to congratulate you because I remember my first encounter with Brimblers was on Arpita Avenue, by the corner there where the band used to practice right there, by the in front of the bar.
Yeah.
And I had an incident. I was turning into that street, I almost bounced a bass. And the guy scrambled, and I told him, I say, I would never, if I bounce the bass, I would be more sad than you at that point in time.
Yeah.
And that was my first encounter with Brimblers.
Yeah.
And I've followed the band ever since.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was away, and I came into the country, and Brimblers was performing here at the Savannah.
Yeah.
And I put one foot on the stage while you all were performing up there. And I was just amazed at the performance that you all give that night. And here I am again tonight, marveling at so much happening outside of Japan, but yet still, as a group, as a collective, you all could still come here and put on a performance like
and
this.
And then we are a band that it's mostly elders, mostly 60, 70 plus.
Right,
You
right.
understand, with a couple of youths that add to the flavor of the thing.
Right, to make it nice,
To make
yeah.
it nice, and they are instrumental, very instrumental in bringing the
Bringing
band
it
forward.
together.
You
Well, let
know?
me thank you again so much,
Yes.
Arlington, and again, our condolences, but congratulations on a fine performance.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, man.
As we get ready now for band number 13, Worldwide Steel Orchestra, with a host of songs in their medley, including The Lazy Man, Netty Netty, and a whole lot more. So let's take you stateside for Worldwide Steel Orchestra, band 13. the Worldwide Steel Orchestra playing in position number 13. A real jumpy performance. In fact, a lot of the songs that they had listed here, they just kind of threw them out and added some Blue Boy.
No, they played all of them, and they included Rainorama. They used Siamanda as a bridge to go into Soca Baptist and then Etel. You know, I thought that was very clever there, where they used the Siamanda as a bridge to go into that Soca Baptist, you know, and a very, 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 very nice performance by Worldwide.
And very well received too by the spectators.
Yeah,
and
some classic songs here. We have Ice Ice, My Person, Drunk and Disorderly, Netty Netty, Lazy Man, you know what I mean?
Of course, and he just started off the...
Yeah, some of the young people looking at this may not know any of these songs, but some of these songs here.
Yeah, the Steel Band Clash.
Yeah, Steel Band Clash. I know people who know the words to a T in Steel Band Clash. That Blakey classic, you know.
Yeah, because they've heard it so many times now. Well, of course, folks, we're getting to that point where we close to the final band, but we do have two left. And, of course, two service bands. One is the police service and one is the fire service. We'll hear from the fire service in position number 14.
So fire service is coming to do Lauren, Tempo, Long Time, Feeling to Party, and then Fire. Of course, fire services playing Fire. Very clever move by them to include that particular song in their repertoire for tonight, you know.
When you think back 2 years ago, they finished 7th in the
National Single Pan, yeah.
And they played Pan in A minor on that occasion.
Yes. Yeah, and as I indicated, you know, BJ always would normally go for speed. And I think that sometimes the music gets lost in there. And as I indicated earlier, like with Brimblers, for me, the single pan, you know, yes, we developing and all of that, but sometimes you want them to maintain a particular song. But they try to song like the conventional bands.
Yeah, stay to their roots.
Yeah, they start to song the amount of work that you hear happening, you know, they tend to want to song like the. So I'm sure some of our viewers are enjoying these performances, you know, hearing.
Because it's music that they're familiar with, a lot of them.
Not only that, they are hearing the music. So it's not a lot of arrangement where you're lost and you can't find the melody of the song, you know, so that people hearing the music and, I mean, they could relate to it. So, like, you know, when you have a single pan panorama, after they play the first verse and chorus, sometimes
it's a race after that.
It's race, you're hearing a lot of notes. You know, a lot of notes and phrases into the back and that kind of stuff. So, but again, that's where the development. But for me, I think when they originally came back in the day with Chipolians, you know, I thought that's why they went back to that, to keep that, you know, that traditional song. But they continue to try to, as I say, song like the conventional bands. And then even with the conventional bands, the small, medium, and large. Ruskin, we would have done some Panama here, and if you don't know the difference between small, medium, and large,
you can't tell.
You always think it's large bands.
You know, I've always said, before they came to the large category, Silver Stars was a band like that in the medium category. I used to say, but that's a large band.
And they eventually turned into the large band.
And I don't think they added 2 pans.
No, because they were already large.
They were already heavy. They had this powerful sound. That you knew that they were going to be there. And their bands now, when I look at them, I say, but they are a large band.
Yeah.
They have that.
Well, it's the song.
Quality,
You're listening to the song, and it depends on the arranger, how they orchestrate the music. You know, so that, I mean, when you look back in the day, festival, Samaru Jets, how many people Samaru Jets were comprised of?
Yeah, it was a small band.
Six people.
Yeah.
So the error probability is less. So 2 tenors will song much more correct than 20 tenors trying to song as one, you know. But, you know, we tend to misunderstand size with song and quality.
You know, people say large is large, isn't it? So that's the thing. So, of course, we're getting ready for the penultimate band in the single pan category here in Pan in De Sancoche for 2022. The TNT Fire Service Steel Orchestra, arranged by Anderson Douglas. And they're playing for us. And Fire, Fire. So those are the songs. And Lauren, of course, is one of my favorite pan songs played on the pan. And I'm looking forward to hearing what the Fire Service Band, the orchestra, will do with this one. We're getting ready for band number 14, the penultimate band in the single pan category. And again, the last time we saw them, they placed 7th in the national single pan panorama competition, getting somewhere in the region of 277 points. So let's take you stateside now for band number 14, the TNT Fire Service Steel Orchestra. The TNT Fire Service playing in position number 14. Very alive, very spirited, and of course, ready to out the fire.
Fire, fire, two tunes from Rose, tempo, tempo. They went down San Fernando and came back to Port of Spain with fire, you know. A very nice performance by the TNT Fire. Always, you know, always expect a nice performance, a great performance from them, you know. As I indicated, BJ would have worked with them in previous years, so they always would have gone for the speed. You know, so they started off with Lauren, then tempo, long time, and as a arrow, one of those, long time. And then feeling the party and ended up with fire, fire.
The Rose, and of course they brought the siren at the end, and that just added to the whole experience.
It came like earlier when Platinum played and they did the Kitchener song. You know, they had people come on to dance to the, so that, you know, they're looking at part of their performance. You know, they would have brought that part to bring that. So we now get ready
12
for
12 bar Joan.
Yeah, 12 bar Joan. So they brought on the dancers to do the dance. So we get ready now for the final band in the small band category. That's the TNT Police Service Steel Orchestra. And they are going to do a musical tribute for the people, a medley of 15 songs.
Well, we just had the fire service who lit up the savannah here with their performance, and of course you can hear the spectators showing their appreciation for a really spirited performance. And now we're getting ready for the police service band as they try to arrest the situation here now after the firemen almost burned down the savannah.
Yes. So they actually would have topped the judging for the preliminaries to come here. So they would have topped that. They have in this performance, I think they have a guy playing a djembe drums, you know, and he's very instrumental,
very skillful,
in front of the band and that kind, you know, so that, you know, we're looking forward to their performance. A medley of 15 tunes, 15 songs.
And I think they kind of broke it up into areas or genres, if you want to call it that.
Yes. So they would have taken it from a particular year and come right down.
So they have like pan in A minor, play one, bassman, you know, pan in danger.
Yes.
So you get that aspect of it.
What I think they did actually, they tried to tell a story with the songs that they would have selected.
Right. Then they do Pan by Storm as well.
Yes.
And then they do a sort of an Indian or
chutney. Yes. So they're telling a story with their.
They have a Shango section as well. So they mixing it up a bit, and then of course, and then they have the party segment to kind of take us out with that.
They do a little bit of some Nelson.
So they certainly fill in your plate. You're really getting a real Sancoche with their performance here this evening.
Yeah,
and
so to the final band, the TNT.
Band number 15.
I see we have some people from here from the TNT Fire Services. I think we have an interview set up here, Oraskin.
Well, I'm just looking at the timing because that's the problem right now. Because the police service, remember we were talking about them being fourth the last time out with 282 points. They were just 1 point.
Well, so they could probably interview. We could do an interview with them after this performance while we wait on the performance from the
small band,
from the conclusion of the thing.
Before we get into the conference.
Yeah, so we would do the interview with
fire services after.
Yeah, as if you want to come and make that quick shift.
Yeah. So we certainly looking forward to that. Pumpy. So we're getting ready for the TNT Police Service, a musical tribute for the people of TNT, a medley of 15 songs broken up into different segments. And after this performance, we'll chat with Alana Pompey from the Fire Service Band and to get their views on their performance, get her views on their performance just before we got to this one. So we're getting ready for band number 15. The final band in the single band category, let's get ready for the TNT Police Service Steel Orchestra and their musical tribute to the people of TNT.
Segment we hear Disco Daddy and Conga Line. Ladies and gentlemen, here to give us a musical tribute for the people, band number 15, TNT Police Service Steel Orchestra.
Yep. And that's the final band in the single band category for this Pan In De Sancoche for 28-22. 15 bands, the TNT Police Service Steel Orchestra with their rendition or their musical tribute to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, a 15-tune medley, and what a performance indeed. But we do have with us at this point in time Alana Pompey. She was with the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service Band that performed just before the Police Service Band did. And Alana, thanks for bearing with us, because I know you probably didn't want to sit through this where you would be with your teammates just having fun at this point in time. But give me your impression of the entire event itself. I almost said competition, but the entire event.
Well, the entire event was actually very well put together, and it was a good experience for us after waiting so long to come and play the instrument. Yeah, my members were very excited, and they were looking forward to this, and it was a good showing. They had a good showing. I'm pleased with their performance. I'm pleased with the entire event. Yeah.
But tell me a little bit, because the word is that the police band, they might have had an advantage because they might have been playing continuously over the last 2 years. Is that the same thing with the fire band, or did you all have to come together at the last minute to put this on?
Yes, we actually came together probably 2 weeks ago. Yeah, because since the entire pandemic, we have been out on the shift, on the lines, operating. So when we heard about the competition, we had to pull together. We had a space of 2 weeks, and I think the members did very well in the time that they had.
And certainly, so I guess you're pretty satisfied with your performance here.
Yes, indeed, I am. I am satisfied.
Well, I hope that everybody in the band feel the same way, and congratulations on a fine performance once again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for chatting with us here in Dean. And also, we have coming up in a short while, we're going to the small conventional steel orchestra. And of course, we have Kevin Somerville, who just arranged all that music. You just heard from the TNT Police Service. And so we will we just have a quick chat with him and find out what in the world was he thinking, putting 15 songs together, Kevin. Congratulations on a fine performance, but what were you really thinking?
Well, as I said, a musical tribute for the people. So I gave a taste of everything. And that's it in a nutshell.
Because I say 15 songs, right? How is he going to move this and transition from one to the next to the next? How difficult was it to put all of this together?
It wasn't difficult. Honestly, you see, when you have a good team of players who are willing to, I say, work with my madness.
Right.
You understand? And much appreciation to the players.
Is this music that some of them you would have played before, or is this new stuff that you...
Actually, only one song, which is the Pan by Storm.
Right.
But everything else was brand new.
Okay. And how long you've been putting all of this together?
2 weeks.
You really are mad, man, you know what I mean? Because to put all of this music, and I suppose as an arranger, when you do Panorama, you have one song.
Yes.
But to do this, look at it, you put 15 pieces of music together.
Well, to be honest, right, I didn't count the songs. So when you say 15, I realized, like, okay, it's really 15 songs, you know? I look at it as where they said it was an event, it's a concert.
Right.
So in my mind, I'm not thinking Panorama, one song, 10 minutes. I mean, that would be boring to me, my mindset. So why not do a medley of songs? And I mean, it's like touch everybody. You realize it have a Shango segment, an East Indian segment. It's like, so that's what I said, for the people. You know, say touch everybody. And yeah, and that's it. And I'm thankful the end result. We work hard. As I said, thanks to the team. Special acknowledgement to the sergeant in charge, Alistair Sergeant, even our boss director, Mr. Nimblet, because he gave us the consent, and also the seniors above us to give us the consent to do it, because you know with us, it's our procedure.
Duty, right, and that's it.
Yeah.
So let me again thank you and congratulations on an amazing performance here at the Savannah.
And thanks
so
me.
much. Kevin Somerville, the man who did
Kurt
Somerville, and the man who did all that music in 8 minutes. As you say, 8 minutes of madness. Certainly and Kern, of course, doing his part here and making it happen. We do have one other interview, and this was one that we were looking forward to for some time. We do have the president of Pan Trinbago as we transition from the single pan bands to the small conventional steel orchestra, and the president is sliding away from us in a funny way. But let me again congratulate you on an amazing event.
Yes, we good?
And no doubt congratulate you on this amazing performance, because from all the persons that we have spoken to, everyone seemed to agree that this is a unique experience for them, and they're enjoying it. They're enjoying it tremendously.
Yes, definitely. I am also enjoying it despite the short time. I really want to commend the bands. They went out of their way, and in 2 weeks' time, pure excellence on stage.
And I know this, and I know all the issues that, because we were chatting prior about yes and no, and you left it up to the bands.
That's right.
To deal with the situation. You wanted more money. You gave them an offer. You told them this is the reality, and look at what the bands have produced.
And you know what? We have not even given 1 cent to the bands as yet. We have not, from a Pan Trinbago standpoint, we have not received our allocation as yet. But it's the resilience of the movement, it's the resilience of the Pan man. And they went out there and they played their hearts out. I am so proud. I just can't express. I have no words.
And this is only the first half.
And this is only the first half. I have no words. And you can imagine, this has just set the stage for what is to happen next week Saturday.
I know. And let's look even beyond next week Saturday, because a lot of the people, we talk about this, there was a time when bands used to rehearse 10, 12 songs for a carnival season.
That's right.
That has long gone. Most bands just do 1 song now, and they go for that for Panorama.
That's right.
But this, in a way, kind of brings back that tradition, because we just saw the Police Band do 15 songs.
Correct, you know, and I think this is setting the stage for what the single pan and small band events will look like in the future.
Let's certainly look forward to that. Well, let me congratulate you again. We're getting ready for the second half of the competition, and again, things are moving along very quickly indeed, and I'm sure you're happy with that.
Yes, I'm
so congratulations again
pleased.
to you and the executive.
You're welcome.
So let's take you stateside, folks, for the small conventional steel orchestra, band number 1, Nautilus.
The winning numbers in the National Lottery online draws for Saturday, 19th February 2022. At 10:30 a.m., play with number 24, Queen, Mega Bonus and Mega Ultra Balls called. Pick 2, the numbers 8 and 22 in that order. Pick 4, the numbers 0, 3, 2 and 1 in that order. At 1 p.m., play with number 6, Belly, Mega Extreme Ball called. Pick 2, the numbers 10 and 8 in that order. Pick 4, the numbers 4, 6, 7 and 6 in that order. At 4 p.m., play with number 20, Dog, Mega Bonus Ball called. Pick 2, the numbers 26 and 12 in that order. Pick 4, the numbers 6, 9, 6 and 0 in that order. And at 7 p.m., play with number 1, Centipede, Mega Bonus Ball called. Pick 2, the numbers 16 and 8 in that order. Pick 4, the numbers 0, 6, 3 and 4 in that order. Cashpot, the numbers 13, 1, 17, 6 and 19 in any order, and the multiplier is 4.
Welcome to tonight's Lotto Plus draw, supervised by independent auditors KPMG and presided over by the National Lotteries Control Board. Good luck, everyone.
Good evening. It is Saturday, 19th February 2022. Welcome to tonight's Lotto Plus draw, where you can be Trinidad and Tobago's newest Lotto Plus winner for 2022. If your lucky numbers are drawn tonight, you could be the winner of $5,164,973.39. Now for tonight's lucky Lotto Plus numbers. First number is 32. Second is 9. The third, 23. The fourth is 31. And the fifth, 18. And now for tonight's Powerball. And number is the number 10. I will repeat tonight's winning Lotto Plus numbers in any order. 32, 9, 23, 31, and 18. And the Powerball number is 10. Congratulations to all our lucky winners. Players, check your tickets. If you did not win tonight's jackpot, you could have matched 5 numbers and won $50,000. The NLCB urges all players to wear a mask, fill out your bet slips, and use the advanced wager option. Remember, players must be 18 years and over. Please continue to play